Hello everyone, it's Digital Dave back for another episode of Where Marketing Meets Technology. And today we're going to talk about something that I really enjoy, and that is charts, figures, graphs, and numbers.
Hi, I'm Small Business Stacy.
I'm Digital Dave.
Where marketing
meets technology.
We're going to be discussing what I consider to be the most important number one rule in growing your business, and that is it's all about the metrics and your processes. Now, a lot of people might argue this, that growing a business, sometimes it's more important, or they feel it's more important to grow your brand first and let the business follow, which is it's their opinion, but my feeling on this is that your business is really all about your ability to measure success, your metrics, and your processes. And I'm going to share with you some reasons why and some examples from our past of why I feel so strongly that that is true. Let's first off talk about a little bit about really the key to the success of growing a business, and that is metrics and process, and of course profits is on top of that. And so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to look at a tool that we use to help our clients, and this is one of our clients here, measure their this is mostly digital marketing metrics for them, that gives them and us a snapshot of really what's going on in their business without having to look in a lot of different places to find it. And this tool is something called CYFE, C-Y-F-E, CYFE.com. And you can certainly go get this yourself and subscribe. There's other ones out there. I found this one's pretty easy to use. And what it does is it lets you create some pretty quick and easy dashboards that enable you to connect to different sources to get information regarding your digital marketing, as well as you can connect to some custom sources where, in this case for this client, we connected to a Google document which is tracking some of their sales. So I'm going to go through some of these metrics here and kind of give you the ins and outs of what this means to this particular business, and really why it's so critical that you have some way to measure and quantify your business. Now, this is again really more for digital marketing, although it can track some outside marketing as well if you connect it to some type of a spreadsheet where you're tracking stuff. And this first graph here is really a year-over-year sales graph, which shows the customer's revenues 2016, 17, and now going into 18, month by month in two different product lines, and what they did in year one versus year two versus year three. And of course, this is really important to know, number one, some seasonality in these products. You can see some seasonality probably, and you can, see how, what are your results? Was 2017 greater than 2016, or was 2016 greater than 2017, and why? And I think that's important to know, because if it wasn't an anomaly, then you need to fix whatever caused this, on a year-over-year basis if the numbers are significantly different. Below that, we can see some clear trends in their Google Analytics. This is their website, and you can clearly see that there are some great positive trends going on there right now. Here's some AdWords campaigns that have been running, and you can see, the cost of these campaigns and the number of conversions and clicks and successes, to measure, how well those ads are doing. Are you getting an ROI on your ads? And if so, what does 13 conversions mean to that business in revenue versus what you're paying for it? And you can also see if there's problems. And this is one of the things that we use these metrics a lot for, is that, I might come in here and then all of a sudden this thing is flatlined. And you might find out that it's because Google changed something, and now all of a sudden one of the ads that was running was disapproved. Well, if you're not looking at that in your AdWords account, you might miss that for weeks at a time. And then all of a sudden you're like, well, geez, where's my business? So this kind of gives us a quick snapshot of not just success, but also health of some of the digital marketing campaigns that are going on. You can see down below some more AdWord campaigns around retargeting and what that looks like as far as the cost and conversions. Some Facebook page returns recently, and this is something that here I'm kind of seeing a little bit of a downtrend. So maybe we're not focusing enough on Facebook here at this point in time for this client, or we're not running campaigns for them on Facebook, maybe because of seasonality. Here is a email campaign, and you can see this is what a recent email campaign that went out and what it looks like as far as the returns on the emails that were sent. Now you have to know what the campaign was, obviously, to kind of gauge it. Not everyone's going to be the same. Here's some information regarding the rankings of their of the site and their backlinking efforts, what this looks like. And then obviously this is some information on this client's Twitter account, as far as trends. And again, you're going to see ups, you're going to see downs, you're going to see times where there's red and times where there's green. The idea is that you want to be using this to, really quantify what is going on in your marketing efforts. Now, this is only one piece of, the overall pie, is being able to measure something like marketing. Another piece of this is, your actual profits and the systems and processes that you put in place to take this money here and to turn that into some type of a profit. And we think it's really critical that if you're focusing on your metrics, that's crucial to making sure that you're being efficient in those areas. And if you're focusing on making a profit, what that tells the world is that not only is your business running well, but it's actually netting money. And I'm a big fan. I watch a lot of Shark Tank, and one thing I can say that I've seen on Shark Tank as a ongoing trend is when somebody comes up there in front of the sharks and they have a business that's already generating positive cash flow and profits, their eyes almost instantly light up. And this is really critical, I think, because of two reasons. As a whole, is one is it shows that you've priced your product well enough and you manage your business, your processes, and measure your metrics well enough that you can make a profit. And I think that this is really very critical to do this as early on in your business as you can before you ramp up your sales to a degree where it's almost out of control. And I'm going to give you some examples that Small Biz Stacy and myself went through personally. As in two of our previous businesses, we can tell you, we'll both say the same thing. We flat out grew the businesses too fast. We literally got customers in the door faster than we could manufacture them efficiently, that we could put the processes in place to make the business efficient, to be profitable before before we were ready, essentially, and it led to cash flow issues in a couple of those cases. So I think it's critical that early on in your business that you learn how to make a profit out of whatever you're doing before you decide to scale your business to some large degree, because it's a good habit. It teaches you how to make sure and identify what it's like to have a profitable business and what it's like to then not see any profits after that. You'll be able to identify the issues much quicker if you've already turned a profit in your business and you understand how to do that. The key rules here, again, I think, for growing a business, really in an efficient manner, and this is always debatable because there's the bootstrapping method, which means you're financing it yourself, and then there's the branding method, which means you're building a brand and you may be borrowing money to grow your brand before you're really concerned. You want to ramp it up, get out there as fast as you can before you put all of these processes in place. Well, I'm a big fan of the first, which is profit first. And you need to learn how to train yourself as a small business owner to make a profit out of your business. And then when you do and you manage your metrics, it's really easy to see things when they're broken, when they're not working the way that they should. So I hope you get something out of this episode. This is Where Marketing Meets Technology. This is Digital Dave, and we look forward to catching you on the next episode. Thank you.
This podcast was brought to you by Small Business Stacy, the small biz marketing specialist. Want to grow your business more in the next 30 days than you have in the past 3 months? Get your free marketing plan at smallbizmarketingspecialist.com. That's small, B-I-Z, marketingspecialist.com.